Today, gas hit a new high, $5 a gallon on average nationally. And new data shows inflation is the worst it's been since 1981, up 8.6% since this time last year. That translates to families paying an extra $460 a month for everyday items. For so many Americans, that's money they simply do not have. So tonight, we follow three families as they're forced to change their lifestyles to get by.
What's your day look like?
Across the country, Americans are waking up to a new reality.
When I wake up in the morning, I start worrying about bills that need to be paid.
I start worrying about how I'm going to, provide for my family.
I worry more about what my kids are feeling more than anything.
In the town of Lumberton in southeast Texas,
be with everyone in the country that is in need.
Rising prices have forced Bridget and Johnny Lovell to drastically change their way of life.
As a mom, I feel stressed about everything.
They've had to cut back on the activities they enroll their three kids in.
We find more activities to do that are cheaper, free.
And they've stopped eating out.
The other day, my kids were talking about how they miss eating Pizza Hut because that was, for us, it's a luxury item. Good job.
Instead, Bridget keeps to a tight grocery budget.
If I start to see my budget going over, then I go back through my list and say, what do I absolutely have to have this week? They don't get their frozen waffles and things like that as much anymore because they cost. It's luxury items that we cut out.
Are you going to race cars today?
Outside Sacramento, Melissa and Mike Carr are making sacrifices too.
We're giving Grant a haircut here so that we can save about $30 from this haircut. My husband does his own hair, and we cut our 22-year-old son hair as well. And then I was able to just find somebody to cut my hair for about $25, which is amazing for a woman's haircut.
Rising prices have taken more than just a financial toll.
And so I thank the Lord.
We are so low on everything right now. I'm kind of dreading this grocery trip.
The economy in the past 2 months has been a lot for us.
Just really emotionally and mentally just trying to figure out how to make everything work.
Melissa now sells old items from her home on Facebook Marketplace to make extra money.
I use Facebook Marketplace probably about 1 to 2 times a week and sell several items at the same time. It's just a great way for us to save money, make some money, and then we can do special things like date nights or help us out with some bills here and there.
Outside Detroit, Breeze Brown had to take on a second job delivering groceries to keep up with rising prices.
Okay, so we're out pretty early doing a couple orders to make some extra money.
She's also scaling back her 2-year-old son's activities.
My son has noticed that we had to make changes in the activities that we usually do. He's usually into swim, martial arts. I've had to cut costs just to put the necessities first. The hardest part of all of this is just having to, keep going. No matter what, of course I have to keep going, but between inflation and me, inflation's winning.
That sense of defeat perhaps felt most when filling up for gas.
My feeling when pulling up to the gas station is anxiety, stress.
It makes me very anxious and very stressed out.
Just how much it keeps going up, especially in the last week. We've gone up 50 cents just in the last week a gallon, and we have to start figuring out more ways to save to stay on our budget.
I'm okay right now, but I'm pretty sure it's going high, so I'm a little bit anxious about it. This is a lot, guys. This is hard. This is really hard.
The Lovell family now drives far less, combining most of their trips to use less gas.
Most weeks we only leave twice a week.
Breeze even switched her son's daycare to save on gas.
It was just, a little bit cheaper and way closer.
Families making major changes to get through uncertain times.
My biggest fear right now is to keep a roof over our head, gas in our car, and food on our table.
My biggest fear is that things aren't going to get better, that it's just going to keep getting worse.
I also hope that no matter what, that my family and people around us, that we can see true hope and value in the life that we do have, no matter what is going on.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.